We're entering into a rising interest rate market, and what I continue to hear in telephone calls is organizations tell people, well, now you need to sell cash out, okay? And so this is how, without any training or without any of that, they tell them to combine debt and sell cash out, don't sell rate anymore. And so loan officers come out and they haven't really been taught how to effectively sell cash out. So what they do is they come in and they say, well, you know, good afternoon, Mrs. Jones, what's your current interest rate? Oh, it's 3.5%. Well, that's a great rate. We couldn't beat that today. How about, do you have any credit card debt? No. Do you need any cash? No. Click. So really, if I had to paraphrase what they are saying is, Mr. Consumer, you have a very good interest rate, and we could not offer you anything but a worse deal today. How would you like a worse deal with paying off your credit cards? Or how would you like a worse deal with cash out, right? Or home improvements? That doesn't sound very good when you put it that way. But that's kind of what we're saying to consumers, because we're not digging in and really getting to the facts. So I'm going to show you an illustration here of how you can take somebody from 3.75% to 4.5% and how it completely makes sense. And it's not just about how much money they save on a monthly basis. That's a function of it, but that's not the gist of it. So in this scenario, they have a current mortgage of $200,000, a current interest rate of 3.75%, a current payment of $926.23. They have credit cards in the amount of $25,000, which puts them at about a $625 a month minimum payment. Okay? Total payments are $1,551.23. I can take and combine that into a new mortgage, $225,000 at 4.5%, a payment of $1,140.04 P&I, and they'll save $411 a month. That's great, but consumer is going to get tied up in this, right? And so is the loan officer. So how do we get them past that? Well, it's to get them to understand that there's a bigger picture here. That this is about long-term financing and compound interest, right? If you were to take that, if you're comfortable making this $1,551.23 payment, you have 3.75 and your high interest rate credit cards, right? If you're comfortable with this, if you took this same amount of money every month, right, in this scenario, and paid it to your mortgage, you would pay your mortgage off in 210 months, and your effective interest rate would be 2.6%. So the amount of interest that they would pay based on this loan and this based on a 30-year term would really equate to 2.6%. This is a whole lot easier to sell an effective rate of 2.6% than it is to go from 3.75% to 4.5%. And so digging in and understanding the numbers and calculating these things so that the consumer can see long-term what this benefit means is going to be a big leap forward versus saying to them, well, what's your current interest rate? Well, we couldn't do that kind of interest rate today, but we could give you some cash.